Uh, and speaking of getting there, of course, I am not alone. I'm joined by the one, the only, the hero of the wasteland, the savior of esports. Hello, Kupo. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Oh. Beautiful. Okay.
I wish I could have just like the bow as like a separate
bow.
emote. The bow, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably set that up.
No.
Like on a timer.
No, because you can only cut the end of it. You can like cut the front of it. But I guess I could. Yeah, I guess I could.
Yeah. That's what I mean. You have like another one, something else at the end. Yeah. Welcome everyone to our Final Fantasy Return stream. Today we are going to be experiencing the Little Ladies' Day event. And Kuro, do you remember what the Little Ladies' Day is supposed to be about?
It's about meeting your favorite idol singers and being just like them. Right?
No. Well, no, that's what we wanted. Remember, we wanted like the idols to like visit the sick kids, but they never did.
No. I'm not talking about sick kids. I'm talking about regular people. Just
Oh, okay.
It's just a concept. Who cares about the sick kids, right? Kappa.
Smooch. But yeah, do you remember what it's about?
The weirdest one.
Do you remember what the event is supposed to be about?
I mean, the main point of the event actually was that it's like in memory of I think it was a regular girl who was like taken care of by the king or something because she was
sick. Yeah.
And then like as a tradition, they like always like pick one that is like in care of the royals.
Yeah. So it was a thing. It was an event where there was a sick like orphan child or something. They got taken in by the sultanate, I guess, or whatever, whoever the fuck was the leader at the time, and was taken in as taken care of, and that kind of expanded to the city. Spending a day. I know they pick someone to be like the little lady or whatever the fuck. But like the city itself would like look after kids, right?
Basically. That was the idea, but what became of it is like.
Yeah.
Also, I will say one of my favorite parts of this stream is when Light does a recap and I just stand in place and he just like swipes from one side of the camera to the other. That's the stream.
We gotta jump, you know. Gotta get ready. Gotta get ready for the little lady.
Gotta train that agility.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's go.
But yeah, like one of the people there should tell us what the event is about. If you want to.
Yeah, down here. So we'll start right to left. Royal Handmaiden. Oh no, never mind. She's got stuff to say. And there's an orchestral roll. Okay, I'll take that.
Okay, I'll take that.
There's a poster, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess that's like a K-pop girl poster.
Yeah, I'll take the poster. I don't think so, actually. But I'll take the poster. Now, for the confetti, I only need 91 to finish my 500 stack.
Shaking my head. All right, Royal Servant.
There you go.
He has a very nice mustache.
That's an impressive mustache.
See, Sandra, imagine orphaning your children. How does it feel like VIP?
Oh, no.
Excuse me, my children they're not orphans. Orphans, thank you very much. If they get neglected, it's because of them. Okay, it's.
Oh, no. Also, I was gonna
yeah.
say, I think in the first Little Ladies event that we did, we were talking about how it was a competition to like which girl gets picked. They were like, what if they like intentionally hurt them so they win the competition? That was a conversation we had.
I think so. All right. Good morning to you, adventurer. Have you any questions regarding the history of the Little Ladies' Day? I am at your service. Yes, I have all the questions. What is Little Ladies' Day? Once a year, when the peach blossoms come to bloom, Erozia celebrates all the lovely and spirited young maidens who bring such joy to our realm. The origins of the holiday can be traced back to events that happened some 3 centuries past, when the Thorn dynasty still reigned in Ul'dah. The plucky princess, Edvia, tired of being sequestered within palace walls by her overprotective father, the Sultan Baldric Thorn, exchanged garbs with a miller girl and wandered off into town in search of adventure. Upon learning of his daughter's disappearance, the Sultan was stricken with panic. He summoned the palace guard down to the last man and ordered them to tear the city apart to see that no harm befell his precious princess. And tear the city apart they did. The poor miller, whose daughter assisted the princess in her escape, saw his house nigh ripped from the ground, while the family was threatened with imprisonment and worse. To the good fortune of all, Princess Edvia was soon found just outside the palace walls. When she confessed the true reason that she had run away, her father was racked with guilt for his actions. He had the miller's house rebuilt by his most skilled craftsman and offered to personally serve as seneschal to the miller girl for a day to atone for his actions. The common folk were deeply moved by their sultan's newfound compassion. The sultan himself vowed to never forget the lessons he had learned, declared that each year he would serve as a seneschal for a young girl chosen from the townspeople by lot. I remember this. The tradition continued long after Sultan Baldric's death, living on even as the Thorn dynasty gave way to the Ul. In time, it spread to other nations, where it took on new forms, eventually evolving into the Little Ladies' Day celebration that we know and love today. All right? Who was... I don't really care. I don't know why this is a question, but okay. That's not... If I had a question about the story that was just told, it wouldn't be who was the princess, but okay.
I mean, I feel like we know enough about the princess for the context.
Uh-huh. We do. Princess Edvia, was the one and only daughter of Sultan Baldric of House Thorn, the Huron noble house that ruled Ul'dah some 300 years ago to the day. Her disappearance from the palace, the commotion that followed, and its eventual dissolution, oft retold as the legend of the Lost Lady, are said to represent the origins of the celebration we now know as Little Ladies' Day. It is said that before the events of that day, relations between the spirited princess and her stern, overly protective father were strained. Though the father claimed to love his daughter dearly, the form this love took was the stifling sort. The princess's disappearance and return changed everything. Sultan Baldric gained a newfound respect for his daughter's independent nature, while Princess Edvia realized that her father's treatment of her was born of simple misunderstanding, not lack of love. The bonds between the two grew only stronger in the months and years to follow. The two came to be celebrated as the most ideal embodiment of father and daughter that the realm had ever seen. I feel like we learned nothing. You just restated a bunch of stuff that he already said in the story.
We learned that everybody loved them.
Sorry. The one thing that we did learn was that apparently they were the ideal father and daughter after that, which is...
I mean, we also learned that they were Huron.
True, yeah. Did say they were Huron.
So the Ul'dah wasn't always ruled by Lalafels.
It's true. I guess that's probably the change of the dynasty. Maybe the dynasty shifted.
But then what was Ul'dah called before Ul?
Thorn? Thornda, maybe? Instead of Ul'dah? He called it the Thorn dynasty, right? Am I crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be Thornda. Okay.
Okay. Are we ready?
Blame the children now. Oh my god. Yeah, it's pretty it's pretty interesting. I remember now about how it's crazy, right? Because it's not random.
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
No, people
It's not
pick.
random.
People
It's yeah,
vote.
it's voted it's voted on by the people, which is crazy, right? Like that's crazy. Because then it becomes a thing where the girls have to compete. This is where we're going back. I'm remembering the
Mm-hmm.
conversation that we had about how basically the little ladies or the orphans or the little women of the city are like petitioning against each other.
Mm-hmm.
they're going for candidates of who's going to be led into the sultanate or
Yeah.
look after by royalty. That's crazy. That's not good.
No.
It's not good at all. Oh boy.
Oh boy, we have a
Espe-
new performer on stage.
Yeah, I noticed. I was gonna say that especially because it's Ulda as well. You 100%, girls have been killed.
Oh,
100%,
I mean,
100% girls
it
have
is
been killed.
Ulda. You have a point.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Whether it's assassinations or whether it's like poison, especially because like there's no like there's no requirements. Like the girls just have to be maybe common folk, if that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
I
know if
think
there's
common
even that
folk. I think
requirement.
common folk.
Yeah, yeah, and if they're gonna be pampered for a day, like you know, who knows what the fuck they would do?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah, yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Welcome to Ulda.
Uh,
We don't trust this
let's,
town for
nope.
1 second.
No, I can guarantee you there's like stats that get buried by like the syndicate of the fatality rate of children at this time of year.
I mean, I
Oh
just
boy.
want to remind you the orphanage that we just left.
Uh-huh.
The very first Little Ladies Day event that we did was about an
Yeah.
orphanage, and we brought like a girl who was like helping, and she like helped us at the orphanage, like give sweets to people and stuff to the kids. And then the what she learned from that event was that she's supposed to be a singer.
There you go. There you go. Did she become the little lady?
No.
No. Okay. 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 All right. Let's speak to the royal celestial. Oh,
Hold on, I'm banning the bot in our
fanfare.
chat.
We get a fanfare. We get a fanfare.
Shut banning a bot. Okay.
Yeah, but we're getting a fanfare.
Oh. Okay.
It's actually called fanfare.
It,
The
I
Royal
mean, the
Celestial.
emote is a dance, but yes.
Yeah. The Royal Celestial has a new event in mind to bring smiles to all the princesses of the realm. Ah, greetings, my friend. 'Tis good to see you. Very good indeed. As it just so happens, there is a matter with which I require assistance. As you will be aware, another Little Ladies' Day is upon us, and we are celebrating all ladies as princesses, attending to their very every need. For this year's celebration, we are planning to distribute replicas of an antique folding fan to participants. Wishing to learn more about said fan, Miss Alditha, a scion of House Thorn, has taken it upon herself to investigate its origins. Alas, she has ever had a frail constitution and is feeling unwell. For now, she rests at my insistence. But, passionate as she is about the celebration, I worry that she won't stay put. Thus, I would turn to you for help in order to take the burden off my lady, who is also a treasured princess this day. Might I prevail upon you to assist with her investigation? I'm truly grateful. Now, Miss Alditha, should be resting on a bench in the Gold Court, so pray seek her out there. I leave her in your capable hands.
So how young do you have to be a little lady? Can I sign up?
Do all Alafels count as little ladies because of their
Because they're
stature?
little.
Yeah.
Huh.
Is that? Can they bypass that?
I mean,
Yeah.
they would.
Mhm. I'll be honest. I already don't like this.
Why?
I already don't like this event because straight away, the little lady that we're helping today is already
Is
like
already a noble?
is already a noble. Yeah,
Yeah, like
and I feel like that's
I feel
that's that's defeating the purpose of the event
I feel
itself.
like that's a problem every year when we don't actually help the the people we're supposed to be helping.
Yeah, yeah. Shaking my head. Also, hello, Kata. Hello.
I'm giving you my best bow.
You look stupendous as always, Kata.
What does that even mean?
I lovely. It's beautiful, beautiful. Kata, I'm sure you qualify as a little lady. I think
Yes,
you
definitely.
make it. This should be an event about Kata, to be honest. And this, yes, yeah, I agree, Kata. I agree. All right, I'll do it. She's like 16
Yeah.
or older.
Or older, yeah. Probably
Yeah,
16. I could say 16.
I can go for I can
I
let 16 slide.
to be fair, like we have to remember Asia rules. Like she may be much older.
What?
Like she may look young, but she may actually be much older than
Oh, she's
16.
actually 51. True.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't notice you there. It's been quite some time. You are well, I trust. If you are looking to partake in the festivities, I would be happy to point you in the direction of the Royal Seneschal. So, the Royal Seneschal sent you? Well, I would be lying if I said that I didn't need the help. I'm in a worse way than I had realized. Sigh. I'm supposed to meet with two people as part of my investigation. But tough as I am to admit it, I'm in no condition to be up and about.
We are two people.
I mean, as you may already know, I'm investigating the origins of an antique folding fan, the very one beside me, which I found in the Thorn Manor one day. Curious about the design, which is unseen in Uda, I turned to the history books and discovered that it is of a style used in the palace during the Thorn dynasty. Further research revealed that Princess Edvia, my ancestor who gave rise to Little Lady's Day, once used such a fan in a dance she performed at the royal soirée. It was very beautiful by all accounts, and I should have liked to see it. Inspired by this discovery, I consulted the royal seneschal, and it was decided that we would make replicas of the fan as gifts for this year's celebration. However, when we showed the fan to the artisan we hired, he declared that while undeniably designed in the Thorn style, it was crafted much more recently, no more than a few decades ago at most. This led me to wonder, who had this fan made and why? With my mother no longer with us, I went and asked my father, but he claimed to know nothing about it and said no more. Though he married into the family, he is the present head of House Thorn. If even he does not know, then I have to seek answers elsewhere. Additionally, if we learned how the fan was used during Princess Edvia's time, I thought that we could share the knowledge during the celebration. Thus did I arrange to meet with people who are versed in the history of our family. As I am now, however, I can scarcely stand without feeling faint. I'm sorry to impose, but might I trouble you to attend the appointments in my stead? I mean your death. Now, you will want to take the fan with you. Please show it when you meet the individuals in question. One is a reporter from the Mifil Eye, who will be at Arzane Osuari, and the other is a historian, who will be at the Quicksand. I like how she goes straight for a reporter.
Does she know that?
That's where you get the information.
Does she know that that she can call them on a link pearl and she doesn't have to go physically to them? She just
What is a link pearl?
she can just call them up. She can send them a text. No, it doesn't exist.
No, it does not.
Shaking my head.
Also, I just want to say that I mean, didn't the Celestial literally bring her here? Like, why did he just like leave her at a random fountain instead of like, you know, keeping her in some safe place?
It's fine, don't worry about it.
So this
Fine.
person looks like my character, but white. Interesting.
Okay. So we're going to the quicksand first. It's right next door.
Okay.
We can go there. Up. Grizzled historian.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
What did she find? What is this mustache?
It's amazing. Can I help you with something? I'm actually supposed to meet someone here, but she appears to be late. I'll give you her number.
Can call her on this link where I'm
okay.
just gonna pull out of my ear.
Uh-huh. So you've come on Miss Alditha's behalf. And this is the fan she wished me to inspect. Indeed. It is of a style hailing from the Thorn Dynasty. It is said that Princess Edvia carried such a fan when she attended functions. In those days, it was considered meet for a noblewoman to cover their faces, to which end they carried folding fans on their persons. But, as the legend of the Lost Lady would attest, Princess Edva didn't concern herself with the social norms. And at a royal soiree, far from using her fan to cover her face, she used it to perform an impromptu dance. The Sultan and his retinue of Celestials looked on aghast, but the guests were captivated by her performance and erupted into a rapturous applause when she finished. That dance came to be known as the Little Lady's Dance, and it is said to have been passed down through the women of House Thorn. The fan you hold, I expect, was crafted for that very purpose. Curious though, as a daughter of House Thorn, it seems to me that Miss Alditha should be aware of this legacy. I was about to say the same thing. In any case, I hope I was able to be of some help to her. Pray pass along my regards.
I assume the reason is because her mother died, so nobody told her. But it's weird that that her father doesn't know.
It's probably just possible that it's because she's like sickly, like.
So they just didn't tell her. So
They didn't tell her, otherwise she would do it. And if she
Yeah.
tried, then maybe she'd just die.
I mean, I don't think it's that exhausting of a dance, but I guess she.
Yeah. It's probably they're probably just trying to make sure she doesn't overexert herself and like fucking faint out in public or something.
True.
I think the only odd thing is now this is starting not to make sense potentially is she specifically asked her royal celestial about it, so he would know. But he should know.
But he could also not tell her for the same reason.
Yeah, but then if that's true, then he'd be stopping us from doing all this stuff. He wouldn't have asked us for his help, for their help.
I guess so. I don't know. Where could Aldita be? Can I help you?
Ha.
This fan. Aldita sent you, I take it. Very well then. I'll tell you what I know. When Aldita reached out about an antique fan she found, I was instantly reminded of a similar one that I saw a long ago. By her description alone, I couldn't be certain, but to see it here and now, there's no doubt in my mind. This fan once belonged to Aldita's mother, Claudia. She was still half a girl at the time, 15 summers old perhaps, when I interviewed her for a Little Ladies' Day article. That day, she had this very fan with her. How does she know so precisely? She was out of sorts though, and begged to sit down and rest. As tired as she looked, I decided to cut the interview short and ended up writing about something else. I must say, I find it a little strange that Aldita should ask me about the fan. It belonged to her mother after all. Surely she would know about it. Oh, so maybe like nobody taught her mother because she was already sick. And she just like passed it on.
I don't think so.
Oh.
Because it sounds like the fan wasn't passed on.
Yeah, but that's
remember,
what I
it was
mean. That
recently made.
like she. What I mean is like she passed the sickness from her mother to her, and because nobody taught her mother, like her mother couldn't teach her, so she didn't even so she didn't show it to her.
No, I was saying that doesn't make sense because that would only make sense if it was like her grandmother's. But the fan was made specifically for her mother, which means that
Yeah, but what I
it's
mean
likely
is
that
maybe
she
it
would have
was
been taught.
made for her mother, like with the expectation that she's gonna dance, but it turned out she can't because she was sick. So she decided to just not give the fan to her daughter, so she doesn't have to go through the same thing.
Yeah, but she would have the fan anyway. Like she would, like as in her mother would know.
Yeah, but we can't ask her mother.
Yeah. I'm just saying that. Where am I going? Where
Where
the
are
fuck are
you
we going?
going?
Oh, okay. We're going back to the fucking little lady. Okay.
Just following. I don't know where you're going. Ah, it's stuck.
Going back to Alditha. That's it. Alditha.
So be careful, you're being chased by a naked man.
Oh. Amazing. Beautiful. I appreciate the pudding. The mud pie.
Oh my god.
Alright, sweet.
There's a little crown. Ah, you are returned. Thank you for attending the appointments in my stead. So, did you learn aught of interest? What? The fan was my mother's? And it was used to perform the little ladies' dance, a dance passed down through the women of our line. Women, I guess. Forgive me, but I'm not sure what to think. I never knew about any of this, about neither the fan nor the dance. Why didn't my mother share the tradition with me?
I would say number 2.
Yeah, because she was aware. 100% she was aware.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I feel that is the only plausible explanation. My mother succumbed to illness when I was little. Even if she had wished to pass on the tradition, she never had the chance to do so. Be that as it may, my father must have known something. I know not why he claimed otherwise and feigned ignorance about the fan, nor do I expect that he would willingly talk. Still, I want to know. About the dance and about my mother. I'm sorry to impose it again, adventurer, but won't you help me find the answers? This means a lot to me. Thank you. Now then, if my mother appeared at Little Lady's Day with her fan, it seems likely that she performed the dance there. On that assumption, I propose we look for those who knew my mother around when she was involved in the festival. For this, wealthy middle-aged folk seem like a likely place to start. Chances are they at least crossed paths with her in social circles. To that end, could you please try approaching affluent-looking individuals at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange and Times Aesthetics? I shall await you there. Or here, sorry.
Yeah, this is why I said that I assumed that that the mother would have danced. I'm pretty sure we're gonna find people that saw it.
Maybe she danced, but she collapsed during the performance or something. But no, if she did it like publicly, then we would know because the
Yeah,
reporter would 100% know that she collapsed.
maybe.
I'm following Kata because I can see where she is. Willowy. What's that? Do I know Claudia Thorne and the dance she used to perform? May I ask who is asking? Goodness me, to think Aldisa had no idea. I was good friends with her mother, I'm proud to say, and would be glad to share what I know. She was quite frail, was Claudia, and constantly took ill. As a result, she seldom attended social functions and certainly never performed the little ladies' dance in them. She did, however, show it to me in private, and I consider myself blessed. It was so beautiful, I begged to learn it from her. She kindly taught me, and she would have dearly loved to teach Aldisa too, I'm sure. It breaks my heart that she never had the chance. But if Aldisa is keen to learn the dance, nothing would please me more than to teach it. A poor substitute, though, I may be for her mother. She waits at the Gold Court, yes? I shall go and find her there at once.
How lucky are we that we just came across her mother's best friend?
Yeah, I mean, you would think that she would know her mother's best friend, you know?
Yeah, you think so.
Like, I feel like, sure, you may not, like, know her a lot, but, like, you would have met her, like, even as a kid. Because, like, I assume, like, when she was sick, then, like, you know, her best friend would probably visit her, right? If she was literally living in the same city as well.
You would also, I would have assumed, if this were to happen like in another kind of story setting or in real life, I would have assumed that it would be her grandmother to teach her. You
Yeah,
know,
we
like
don't know about her grandmother at all.
yeah, because I would say that whether it's or either grandmother, both like right now, I have to assume that literally all the women in their family are dead.
Yeah.
like not just her mother, but also her grandmother on both sides of the
Yeah,
family,
and
and
potentially
also
any
any
aunts.
yes, and also any aunties as well, and even uncles maybe. Like I have to
Sure.
assume that like everyone is dead other than like her father, for her not to have anyone to like tell her and teach her about
Yeah.
her own like family traditional stuff, right? Like
Yeah, like no one to even ask about.
yeah, like that's crazy. It's actually crazy. That's Where in the world did she disappear to? Oh? What? Did I ever see the dance performed by Claudia Thorne? As it happens, yes, yeah, everyone did.
Everyone did, but she only did it in private.
Everyone.
Question mark.
Yeah, she only did it in private, but she privately did it to everyone in the town, everyone in the city.
For
Oh,
money.
okay.
I mean, what?
What? She's a noblewoman. She didn't need money.
I know.
Correct. It was during a Little Ladies' Day celebration many years ago. Claudia was participating for the first time, and I had the honor of being her guide.
But but her best friend just told her that she never danced at the celebration.
Don't worry about
I'm
it.
confused.
By way of thanks for my company, she showed me the day. Oh, okay. So she didn't perform at the event,
Okay.
but because he was like her
As
her
a
escort.
thank you gift, she showed her
Yeah,
the
yeah,
dance. Okay.
She showed me the dance, flourishing her fan. She moved with such majestic grace, I was left utterly transfixed. A dance so lovely should be seen by all. Won't you perform it on stage at the festival? I suggested, and to my delight, she agreed with a smile. But no sooner did she finish enrapturing the crowds than she retreated out of sight, and all but collapsed to the ground. So she did perform it for a crowd.
Wait,
Yeah.
Does that mean she
No sooner did
performed it, or does that mean that she
Yes.
like went to the stage and then she backed off?
No, he said finish. No sooner did she finish enrapturing the crowd.
But what does enrapturing
she-
mean?
It means like enthralling,
Okay.
like getting their like love and attention sort of thing. So she did it, and then she left.
Yeah, so she did perform it in public. I'm so confused.
That's what I'm saying. It was then that I learned of her frail constitution. Though I had been aware, I felt no less terrible for making her overexert herself. I apologized profusely, begging her not to push herself ever again. And the sad look on her face when she nodded is something I've not forgotten to this day. But look at me prattle on to a complete stranger. My apologies. Now then, I was in the midst of looking for someone, so shall I excuse myself? See, I can totally see, like, they're not going to do this, but based off of his story, you can take this in like a really dramatic like way and be like, why did the father never like tell her about any of this? It's because maybe, I don't know. Look, for her to have like a private dance session with this guy, I don't know. Maybe something else happened. I don't know. Maybe the reason why the father didn't tell her.
I don't think he would speak about her in such way if something else happened.
Okay.
But maybe she never showed the dance to the father.
That's what I'm thinking.
He was not worthy of seeing it.
It's possible. You can totally dramatize this. You can totally dramatize that.
Well then, there was one other person.
See cat in the chat, a private dance.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what it sounded like. We're like, oh yeah, nobody
Yeah.
has seen her dance, but like everybody saw it in private. I'm like, oh, okay.
Haughty mother.
A what? What does a hottie mean? A foreign woman who once danced at the festival? I'm afraid I'm not familiar. Little Ladies' Day has always been a common folks festival, after all. If anyone were to know, I dare say it would be the head of the Thorn family. It is under their auspices that the celebration take place.
Lovely. Let's get out of here.
Wait, where did you go?
I'm headed towards the Golden Court.
Am I lost? Maybe lost.
Kuro, why? Kuro, how long have you been playing this game?
I hate
All
all
that.
that. All that is a circle.
It's a circle. Yes, it's not a maze. It's just a fucking
It's a
circle.
circle.
Okay.
Everything looks the same.
God damn. Right. I'll do that.
Oh, there you are. A woman was here just now. She told me she was a friend of my mother's and kindly taught me how to perform the little ladies dance.
She already knows it. Yeah.
Just
She
in the
learned
last 10 minutes,
choreography.
she perfected it.
Yeah. It's a pretty simple dance, actually.
Yeah, actually, you just wave your hand and so. It's as beautiful as I imagined it would be, and I cannot thank you enough for finding this person. Now then, were you able to learn aught from anyone else?
No, she had a date with a guy.
She showed him a
And
private dance.
She danced for him. Yeah.
So, my mother once performed a dance before a crowd, but the exertion was too much for her. From what I've now seen, the movements may indeed be trying for those of poor health. Those such as myself. Thus did my father choose to keep the dance a secret from me, out of concern for my well-being. Or so I speculate, at any rate.
Lady Alditha, thank heavens I found you.
Rodolph? What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? Beg your pardons, my lady, but you disappeared from the manor without a word. Both your father and I have been worried sick. But she had a celestial.
Yeah, she literally had a guy. Look, these people are not very well organized.
But all's well that ends well. And I see now that you are in good hands. Thank you, good sir, for looking after the young mistress once more. Once more?
Yeah, because she was in the previous event, I believe. Maybe. I don't even remember.
Yeah. Now then, my lady, even as we speak, your father searches for you in the city. If you feel strong enough, let us seek him out together. It would set his mind at ease.
Yes, of course. Why don't you just bring the father here? She's literally, like, we know that she's sick and she can barely walk, but whatever. Thanks to you, I've discovered things I never knew about my family, and I would have you at my side when I meet with my father. Will you come with me? Thank you. Your presence will give me the courage to seek truth.
Master Fortune should be somewhere in the Royal Road Exchange. Ruby Road Exchange. Please, follow me.
Yeah, wouldn't it make more sense to bring the father here if she's like sick and can barely walk?
Yeah. I'm also a little bit confused by what we're hearing. Oh, hello, cat.
Spoilers.
I'm a little bit confused.
Mm-hmm.
So typically, and it's very possible that this isn't the case. But typically, obviously, I feel like even in Final Fantasy, this has been the case where the family name gets passed through the father's side, right? Through the guy's side. That's typically how things have been going.
Depends on the culture because
It
Mikotas have their
does.
own rules and stuff.
It does depend on the culture. That's why there's a caveat. But if the family name is passed down through the father, and the father is a thorn, then I'm a little bit confused.
No.
To
It
the
was
timeline of
specifically
things
said that he was married into the family. He's not part of the family.
happening. Okay. So he was married in. Okay. Do you think now I'm thinking that he never saw the dance?
That's what I was saying. Maybe he just never saw it because, to be fair, we don't know when he met her. He probably met her when she was already an adult, so she didn't do it anymore.
100% he met her after. Otherwise he would have been the one to take her to the Little Ladies Day event.
Not
instead of the other
necessarily.
guy. I mean,
Like, I feel like the other guy had like an official function of guiding her there.
maybe,
I don't think it was
but
like a friendly thing.
I feel like that wouldn't have happened though. I feel like he probably would have been the one to escort her because it was like a debut. It sounded like a debutante ball event thing where like the guy and the girl like go together, and then he was her guy for
I
that
don't think
event.
so. But
well, like as in that for me that fuels my reasoning that he's never seen it because after she did it, after she performed it for him, then obviously she was told that she probably shouldn't do it anymore.
and she just never
by
did it
him,
again.
if you recall. Yeah, exactly. Oh boy. Okay, where are we going? Going this way.
And then you wonder why I'm confused when you literally walk in circles.
Hey, look. We know where we're going.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay. Rudolph. Master Fortin was beside himself with worry over the young mistress's health. He wishes to thank you for attending her. Okay. Alditha.
I told father that I am perfectly fine, but he nevertheless insisted that I sit down. I mean, you literally said yourself that you're not fine.
You're the man from earlier. I should have guessed you were the one who aided my daughter.
Uh-oh. So he is the guy.
Wait, what?
So this is the guy we talked to that told us that he saw the dance.
So it was the father.
Yeah.
He is the father. Wait. Okay. All right. It's coming together, kind of.
Uh-huh.
What are the? So you're telling me that we went to find random people, we came across her best friend and her husband, the lady's best friend, the lady's husband.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I said what I said, not realizing you had come at her behest. But so I guess that her father did know.
Yeah, he did know, and he did intentionally not tell her.
Yeah. But what's done is done. Now, allow me to properly introduce myself. Fortin Thorn, head of the Thorn family, at your service.
No more secrets, father. Why did you hide the truth from me?
I couldn't bring myself to tell you. Even as that fan and that dance hold fond memories of your mother, they are a painful reminder that she is gone. I couldn't bear to lose you as well, so please, return the fan and forget about the dance.
I mean, she didn't die because of the dance, though.
As far as we know.
As far as we know, true. Father, I understand full well why you feel this way. Were I in your position, I would likely feel the same. But as much as I am touched by your concern, I know about everything now. About Mother, about the fun, and even the dance. That's way too cheeky.
You're telling me that frail people can't do this?
Mm-hmm. Apparently. mean, to be fair, if she spins too much, she may get, like, dizzy. But this was barely anything.
Claudia?
Oh god. Seeing things now.
Lady Alditha, that was extraordinary. Where in the world did you learn how to dance so beautifully?
An old friend of mother's taught me. Despite all these years, she still remembered the entire dance down to the smallest flourish. Mother brought you great joy when she danced for you that day. On coming to understand this, I knew that I wanted you to experience that joy again.
Alditha. Like I once apologized to your mother, I must now apologize to you. It was wrong of me to hide the fan and the dance from you, and I hope you find it in your heart to forgive me. It is your desire to carry on the tradition that I will not stand in your way.
Thank you. But Father, it is Little Ladies' Day. Rather than an apology, is there not a more appropriate gesture for the occasion? Are you serious?
As you say, my princess. As you say. I, Fortin Thorn, head of the Thorn family, do hereby pledge to serve as your royal celestial. Your every wish is my command. Except, perhaps, when I judge that you are overexerting yourself. After all, your highness's well-being is my foremost priority.
I shall bear that in mind. Without further ado, then, my first wish is to instruct festival staff in the Little Ladies' Dance, that we may share it with all who participate in the festivities.
If that is your wish, then it is mine as well. On this day, all ladies are princesses, and everyone should by rights inherit the dance passed down in our family.
I have a gift for you, Adventure, as a token of my gratitude. It isn't much, but please accept these instructions for the dance, along with a replica of my mother's fan. Now then, there's no time to waste. We must distribute these fans to as many people as possible and share with them the history of the dance. This will be a Little Ladies' Day to remember. Oh yes, it will. She's very energetic for someone who couldn't stand like 10 minutes ago. So what do you think about her father will be being like, oh, I'm sorry for everything that happened, like, kneel before me?
That's fine.
Oh, that was a bit awkward to me. Like, yeah, kneel before me. Yes, peasant.
I found it really weird. There's a lot wrong with this quest. There's a lot wrong with it. The end was okay. So a couple of things. So one, the father admitted himself that he didn't decide to not share the dance with his daughter, not because of her health, but because of more selfish reasons, which I felt was really weird. He said that he only did it just because the dance reminded him of her mother.
Yeah.
Which is a lot less sympathetic, I feel, than if he actually cared about his daughter's well-being, because that made it sound like he didn't. That made it sound like it had nothing to do with anything, which is kind of weird. It's kind of a weird angle to take the story and to take the quest, because then it makes him sound just more selfish in general. which
Mm.
it is old, I guess, but but yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird that he admitted that. Um, on top of that, I'm a little bit. I don't think I like how quickly and easily they decided to share a family tradition with everyone. It
Mm-hmm.
sounded like this was something very special and exclusive to their house and to their people. Um, which is also why I found it weird when the mother apparently shared it with her best friend. I mean, they are best friends, so
Yeah.
I guess maybe you can get away with that. But like you have a massive leap from sharing it with your best friend to sharing it with literally everyone. And I feel like that's supposed to be like there's supposed to be a lot of weight behind that. And that's supposed to be like pretty impactful overall. And we didn't really get that from this, you know, like the father was more than willing to not just reveal the dance to his daughter, which he had kept from her for like 15 years, to suddenly, you know what, everyone can dance now. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of a weird leap that we're taking. I'm okay with getting to that destination, but the journey there is what bothered me.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we want to share this dance with the people, that's fine, but I feel like you know, yeah,
I mean,
we need to go through more to
yeah, to
get
be
there.
fair, it did feel like the quest was cut short, where like we had the investigation part, and then we talked to the father, and
Mhm.
everything was just done.
Yeah, yeah, everything was like swept under the rug, like okay, we're finishing, when it feels like a lot more work should have been an effort should have been put into it.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
By the
You don't
way,
share your dance moves with your besties, light. Well, I mean, again, I can swallow that more, but like the leap that we take from sharing it with your best friends in like a closed off scenario to like sharing it with the entire city, and like basically like
I
giving
mean,
everyone like dance tutorials
to
is
be fair, if it is danced in public, then people will learn it anyway.
it's true. Well, by that logic, then everyone already knows it because fucking
Yeah.
it's been performed. But that doesn't seem to be the case though. Otherwise, she would have already known about it.
Mm.
Otherwise, she would have found the fan and been like, "Oh, hey, this is the dance that everyone does."
Yeah.
This is that, you know, and that wasn't the reaction. So clearly, that isn't the case. Um, clearly, it is more special than that. Crazy. You know what else would have made sense, actually?
Mm-hmm.
Actually made sense is that if this quest had gone on a little bit longer, and it's like we need to like share this with the world. What do we do? Oh, let's teach this dance choreography to
To
the
the
K-pop group.
songbirds.
Yeah, yeah, to
Yeah.
the songbirds. Yeah. And then they would and then their performance would be the fan dance performance.
No, yeah, that makes
And
sense.
that's how they popularize it. Yeah.
Because then it would make sense, even not because of that, but like it would be like you learn that, oh, this is like a family tradition, but like, oh, she doesn't have anyone to pass it to, and like she may
Yeah.
not be able to pass it to anyone ever, so maybe we should
Yeah.
teach people so the tradition doesn't die.
I mean, the reality is that she may be dead in a couple of years, so she's not gonna.
I mean,
The
maybe
Thorn
not
family
dead, but
line.
like she may not be able to perform it anymore, even if she wants to.
Yeah, exactly. And it's possible that, especially if she got some kind of disease from her mother, then it's possible that from here on out, any other Thorn family member is just straight up not going to be able to perform it. And then this is why, like, what we just said makes logical sense, and it would be interesting, and it would be like cool to explore in the quest and in the game itself. And then that would be the reason. That would be the reason why,
Mm-hmm.
you know what, Father, it's possible that this dance that gets passed down from generation to
Yeah, like
generation,
it's possible I
just
will never be able to pass it on because I can only perform it so
it
many times.
I mean, no, it just dies with my
Yeah.
mother. It's just dead. And you know, do you want this dance to just forever be forgotten, or do you want it to like actually have some kind of cultural impact and share it with the rest of the city? Like you totally could have just gone for that angle
Yeah.
instead, and that would have been that would have just been a stronger argument and a stronger reason for them to share it with everyone.
And
But they just
and it would be in the same quest length as well.
yeah, yeah, 100%. Like it all makes sense. But they didn't do any of that. Oh, God.
I feel like Little Ladies Day is typically the weakest event during the year.
Well, it's the weakest event, but it also has the most potential. That's what's frustrating about
Yeah,
Little Ladies
yeah.
Day, is that we're talking about a city with like a fuck ton of poverty and a fuck ton of orphans and all this stuff, and it's like this is supposed to be a day to like help with that in some way, shape, or form, but they never really do, and it's like, well, what are you doing?
I mean, that's Ulda in a nutshell. To be fair.
Yeah, but then even what we just said, even in the context of the story that was provided to us, they still could have done it better. Like,
Yeah.
eh. Yeah. Alright, I'll do the dance. What's the dance?
By the way, I'm very disappointed that the dance that you get is not a looped emote. It's actually a one time, which is disappointing. Look,
Where's the dance? What's
Look,
it? What's it called? I didn't
it's
see it.
Little Ladies Dance, and I'm not gonna type that. There you go.
Special.
No, it's not in special. It's in general.
It's in general.
Yeah,
Uh,
because it's a one time. It's not a. It's not looping.
uh,
I mean, I would say that like the dance will be good for like screenshots and like portraits and stuff. It will be good for that. But like as an emote, it's like okay. Also, is it only the female members that perform it?
I assume so.
So yeah.
Lovely.
Oh, there's still
I got
here.
some guy just randomly shit up. Yeah.
Talk to them.
Oh, they're doing the dance. There you go.
Are they?
Yeah. But yeah, again, like it would have made more sense if like if there was planning that went into this and set up for their performance this year of learning the dance and using it to spread to everyone.
Kata trying to sing.
It's pretty synced for me.
It's not for me, unfortunately.
Princess Edvia's Little Ladies Dance.
Yeah, apparently it was supposed to be hers. Remember?
Oh yeah, true. She invented it.
Yeah. So we actually see children for once. Except Lala children look just like regular Lalas.
Yeah, I said you don't know that they're children. They could just be
Yeah.
Lalas.
Lalas.
Could be 51.
What do children Lalas even look like?
That's the thing. There's a lot of children that we haven't seen yet. Shaking my head. We haven't seen a child Hrothgar yet. We'll
Sure.
get there.
Well, I mean, we haven't seen a female Hrothgar either.
True. Amazing. Okay, well, yeah, I guess that's the Little Ladies Day. There's no like follow-up quest or anything.
No, I mean, we can talk to them because they stand there, but I don't know if they do anything.
Oh, I didn't even see them.
Yeah, I told you they're there.
Okay, Rodolph. The young mistress truly has a spring in her step during Little Ladies' Day celebrations. Why, I dare say one would scarce believe she suffers from a delicate constitution. Forte. I hoped you would stop by, so that I might thank you properly. Had you not aided my daughter, we may never have bonded as we have now. In truth, I did not realize how much joy it would bring me to see her take after her mother by inheriting our family's tradition. And yet, I cannot help but worry that one day soon she may meet the love of her life in much the same way I met her mother. I wish dearly for her to find such happiness, but I nevertheless find myself conflicted about the prospect of seeing her go.
Enjoying the festivities, I hope. Should you have any questions concerning my family, it would be my pleasure to answer them.
Okay. Flower crowns.
Following the events of the Legend of the Lost Lady, by which I mean after Sultan Baldric served as seneschal to Mielikka, he chose to do the same each year for other Uldan ladies. It is said that this was his way of reminding himself and others that all girls should be treasured. Then, one year, the girl he had chosen to be princess for a day presented him with a bouquet of daisies to thank him for his service. Knowing how hard the girl had worked to pick them, the Sultan gladly accepted the flowers and bade his attendants fashion them into circlets. Then, removing his own royal crown, he placed one on his head and another on hers. "We're the same, you and I," he said, smiling. The Thorn family has considered daisies to be symbols of happiness ever since. Those are some big daisies, if this is what I have on my head.
Thornton Thorn.
Thornton Thorn is my father and the head of House Thorn. It is his duty as representative of our family to sponsor Little Ladies' Day each year. Or so I once thought. I realize now that for him it is far more than duty which binds him to the celebration. Little Ladies' Day is the very thing which brought him and mother together, and it is her memory and his love for her that drives him to ensure it continues. Much like how Princess Edvia and her father, Sultan Baldric, were able to see each other in a new light after her disappearance, I feel as though my father and I have a better understanding for one another after all that's happened today.
Claudia.
Claudia Thorn, my mother, the eldest daughter of House Thorn before her passing. I am told she left this world soon after I was born into it. What?
Go on.
Her frequent bouts of illness prevented her from joining social functions held amongst the noble families of Ul'dah. But by pure chance, she was able to attend a Little Ladies' Day celebration long ago, where she met my father and performed the Little Ladies' Dance for him. There is much I have still yet to learn about my mother, but from all I've been told, I cannot help but feel as though we had much in common. It makes me feel closer to her, as though some part of her is still alive in me.
She just said eldest daughter, which means her mother had siblings, which means she does have aunties.
Yeah, that she never talked to. I mean, to be fair, she could have all brothers. I don't know. The eldest daughter, I guess, suggests there are more than one daughter.
Yeah.
Otherwise, she would say sibling.
Yeah. That's what I mean. This is that line is confirmation that she has aunties, which means that there are other women in her family who should 100% know the dance and do the dance.
Unless they are all dead.
Unless they're what?
Unless they are all dead.
Yes, unless they are literally. That's what he said before. Like, it only makes sense if all of her aunties and her grandmothers and all that stuff are dead. All right.
What happened, Thorn Dynasty? was there some kind of event we should know about? The Ul'dah was founded by the House of Ul. Control of the throne was wrested from them after a period of instability, with the House of Thorn being appointed to rule as stewards some 350 summers ago. For more than a century, my forebears ruled, enacting countless reforms which would see their governance regarded favorably by the citizenry. At the end of those many long years, feeling that their sworn duty had at last been fulfilled, my ancestors returned rule to the Ul dynasty. To this day, we of House Thorn continue to do our part to see Ul'dah flourish.
Ladies dance.
In the years following the incident with the Miller girl, Princess Edvia grew to become a fine lady, attending royal soirees and the like on occasion, just as expected of her. In spite of this, she remained true to herself, forthright and bold as ever. On one fateful evening, she took her folding fan, an accessory noblewomen used in those days, for the express purpose of covering their faces as a form of etiquette, and instead flourished it about her, using it to perform a dance she had improvised on the spot. While the Sultan and his retinue of Seneschal were stunned by her impromptu performance, the nobles in attendance were instead captivated by its beauty and applauded her when she finished. In time, Princess Edvia's dance came to be known as the Little Lady's Dance, and it, alongside the folding fan, have been passed down through the women of House Thorn ever since. So this is basically a recap of what we did.
Yeah. Yeah.
But is there like no recurring quest or anything?
No. I was waiting to hear something else from her, and it's still possible to be the case. I was thinking that the only way to make it all make sense actually is that all the other women in her family are dead, because maybe this genetic disease that she and her mother have is something that they've always had, and just Thorn women just like live to the age of like 30 max, and they all just die. And maybe, and that would make sense why she doesn't have any aunties anymore or grandmothers, if that's actually happening.
I guess so.
F's in the chat.
But then wouldn't
God.
like everybody know about this?
Know about what?
That they have this kind of disease?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. All right. Well, that is a ladies' day. Hey, there you go.
And there are all the characters here. There's this guy we talked to.
Oh, yes,
there's
the
the
guy.
person who taught her to dance. She's here over here. And there is the reporter over here as well.
Ah.
And also there's the person from last year's over here. You remember last year was a fashion show. Do you remember the fashion show?
No, very vaguely.
Remember Rose judging everyone based on their appearance?
Oh, I remember that. Yep.
Yeah.
I recall. Yeah. There you go. That's it's Ladies' Day.
So what now?
Into a dungeon. I was just mentioning earlier to Sounder, to the chat. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure we've already done all the side quests. I think we did that last stream.
Most of them.
Yeah, we did every single side quest in A Realm Reborn and in Heavensward.
Sorry,
so the next time,
last time we opened the firmament and all of that stuff.
Yeah, we opened the firmament. So the next time we play, I guess MSQ.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Whenever that's gonna be.
Yeah. Maybe next week. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We have some stuff lined up. When it comes to next week, I'm pretty sure on Wednesday we're going to be casting. I now have the replays for the thingy.
The thingy?
Code A. Ascension League. I was asking Yaku when he's free to cast, and he was telling me that Wednesday is the best day. He said either tomorrow or next week, and I think tomorrow may be a little bit too soon to set that up. So do it next week. As long as it doesn't clash with anything.
Okay.
We have to check WTL. To be fair.
No, WTL is on to be fair, we don't know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So we're gonna have to double check WTL, and then we'll be good. We'll be good to go. So yeah, hope everyone enjoyed the stream, enjoyed the story, enjoyed our speculation on everything that was happening. We'll get around to the main story quest line. I remember checking like a couple of months ago. We still have a lot of Heavensward to go.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think we're like up to patch like 3.2, and it goes up to like 3.
No. 2?
Yeah, and it goes
Really?
up.
We're at 2?
Yeah. We're at like 2, and it goes
Oh
up to like
no.
3.9 or something.
Oh no. We're gonna be here for a while.
There's a lot. There's a lot of quests. There's a lot of quests.
And
There's a lot of story left.
if you remember where we left off, Alisa is still poisoned. She's
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
probably dead at this point. Kappa.
She's dead. She did the fan dance and it killed her. Server. Oh god. So yeah, the next time we'll continue with that. What's happening? We killed Nidhogg. Oh yeah, we killed Nidhogg. We got back Einstein. He's back. It's just the mystery with the Warriors of Darkness and Alice.
Yeah.
I think that's all that's left, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, Cat is dead. Kata did the dance and died.
Yeah, Kata did the dance.
Oh no. Oh my god. So yeah, maybe next week we'll be back with some more Final Fantasy and hopefully progress the story. Hopefully there isn't another Final Fantasy event that takes priority and that we have to do.
I mean,
Hopefully
next event is Hatching Tide.
When's that?
I don't know.
Oh,
Soon.
boy. What's Hatching Tide? April? That's Hatching Tide
probably.
is Easter,
Yes,
right?
it's Easter.
Yeah. Okay, we got some time.
Okay. As always, I will try to record this event for my YouTube as well. Although, I feel like we covered the entire thing this time, so... Yeah.
We'll see. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Kata, for joining us today as well. Thank you. We always appreciate it. Always appreciate cameos of Matthew Mercer.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
The
amazing.
The dancer,
Yes.
the sage,
Yeah.
a very fashionable guy.
Yeah. So, until next time.
Make sure to join the Discords if you want to know what we are up to. And yeah, we will see you in the next stream, whenever that is. Bye.
Bye.